This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everybody. We are very much more visual in the last number of years, especially with social media and other devices and things like that. We're looking at screens all the time. We're looking at images all the time. I think we have a better appreciation for photography. And that's what this gentleman does. But he turns that photography into art. And I really mean that. Some of these images that he works on, they look like paintings. They're that amazing. We're going to talk with him today. He is an amazing photographer, has images, prints for sale as well, and we'll get with that. Very busy man. Alan Goldberg back on the program. How are you doing today?
Great to see you again. I know it's February, but Happy New Year. It's been a very busy 2 months since I last talked to you, with everything that's been going on and life and shooting and photography and doing this and doing that. And last I think we talked, I was going to the Miami Art Week, Spectrum Art Week. Yep. And while I was there, I met a gentleman who was an art collector, and he had me present some of my work at the Doral Fashion Week, in addition to shooting some of the runway. So that was a totally something new experience for me. I got to meet some designers, got to talk to some models, and just broadening my palette, so to speak. I last week I shot Carmine Appice, who was the drummer, or is the drummer, from Vanilla Fudge in a group called Cactus.
Sure.
From back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember listening to Vanilla Fudge. I hesitated to even tell Carmine that I listened to the album when I was a young teenager. I was maybe 5 or 10 years younger than him, but still he was out on the road making money and playing gigs and whatnot. But
and by the way, just for people that don't know, he was Vanilla Fudge behind the original version of "You Keep Me Hanging On," right?
Well, they did a cover of the Diana Ross and the Supremes song, and that's the thing that and when any radio station plays Vanilla Fudge, that's what they play.
Yep.
And then last week I also did a fitness trainer, dance instructor while she was teaching. That was, oh my God, busy. And then today, as soon as I hang up from you, I'm going to be working with a speed painter. I think we've talked about him before, Michael Israel. He's doing a benefit, and he had said, what are you doing? And I said, what do you need done? And he says, well, the other photographers that I had working for me not only weren't available, but they weren't up to your caliber. So I'm going to be doing a benefit with him. I'm taking pictures of him while he's painting, getting crowd reactions for the National Veterans Parade Association today.
Wow.
And that regardless of your politics, it's being held at Mar-a-Lago. So I look at it this way, regardless, like I said, regardless of the politics, it's like going to Hyde Park, it's Monticello, Mount Vernon, it's another White House.
Yeah, with what it's a location. It could be at the Hyatt.
Right? Yeah, but that's, and then I started showing new pictures or more pictures at this gallery, La Chine d'Or in Quebec. And in March, I'm going to have some pictures at the Strasbourg Art Fair in Strasbourg, Germany. So it keeps going and going. I feel like the Energizer Bunny.
Wow. It's got to be exciting, though, when things present or you just have a conversation with somebody and they're like, yeah, you know what? Come on down. We want you to take photos of this event.
Yeah. It is. It's sometimes it's an honor. Sometimes it's a privilege. Like I would have never thought to have, get the opportunity to go to Mar-a-Lago. I mean, a lot of people that live in that area hate it when the president is down here because traffic and air traffic are detoured, I'll say,
sure,
just for security reasons. But I know he's not there. He's in Washington, but not that I know that he's, I don't have his inside pocket, so to speak, as to where he is. But
do you always have your camera with you?
Yeah. Maybe not so much when I go to school, but if I know that I'm going to stop somewhere or I just need to unwind, I will bring my camera with me and go somewhere and take pictures. And it doesn't make a difference where or what. I haven't done it recently, but I posted on Instagram first light pictures, and I've given them to the local ABC affiliate in West Palm Beach. It's just something that I do, and
So you mean like when the sun's coming up?
Yeah, like then even before the sun comes up, it's that kind of light that's
sure
available before you actually see the sun.
It's almost like the reverse of Twilight, where it's coming up.
Yeah.
And I have a friend named Barbie who lived in Key West for a lot of years. She has since moved to the Midwest. I don't know why you would want to if you're living in Key West. And
I have no idea either.
But she used to take pictures of, I believe it was sunrises and sunset. I can't remember if it's sunrise, sunset.
In Key West, you can do both.
And they would feature those pictures on ABC, Good Morning America. Every once in a while, they pop up, when they're doing the weather, and they would throw that up there. Yeah, very cool. Wow.
That's
do you intentionally, Alan, think, I don't know, let's say you don't have a gig going on and things quiet down for a moment. Do you think, you know what? I'm going to go to that park. I'm going to go here. I'm going to take some pictures. Or do you think of it in your mind like, I haven't taken pictures of flowers in a while. I'm going to go see what we get from that.
That was that red onion picture that I showed you last time. It just caught my eye and I said, okay, bang, here it is. The picture that's behind me is a great blue heron. And this was at a wetland park near me. And right now, not only are the birds coming, but the snowbirds are here.
Sure.
So
I was just down in Lauderdale 2 days ago. I just got back.
You should have told me. I would have come and sit.
You know what? My plans changed radically because I went there when it was cold. The 2 days that it was cold. So I was like, all right, change this, move that, do that. Yeah. You're not far. You're about 40 minutes.
Anytime you're down here, feel free. Give me you have my number. Give me a call or an email and
for sure.
Get together, have dinner or something like that.
It was such a random, quick jaunt. And if I saw the future, I would have maybe waited a week because of now it's like spring break, so insane flight prices. But it just had dipped down. It was like in your area.
Where I was, I can remember getting into the car in the morning on my way to school. It was 33 degrees, and for here, that's cold.
Yeah,
I mean they were having, iguana drop warnings.
Yes,
and there were so many posts on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok of people that had rounded up all of these frozen iguanas. They weren't really dead, but they were in the suspended state of animation, so to speak. And
Yep.
I didn't see any, but friends of mine had. There was even one guy, I think, on Instagram that made a clip of him bringing it in, and they actually made a bacon, venison, and iguana pizza.
I saw that.
Yeah. And I said, I don't know. People that I know of from the islands have said, yeah, they taste like chicken, but everything tastes like chicken if you watch The Matrix. Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah.
What would you say is the last photo you took that was, I'm trying to verbalize this, I don't want to say usable, but that you're turning into art? The last one, what was it?
Well, I'm working on Carmine's pictures now. He had commissioned me last year when I was and I met him at Tito Puente Jr.'s birthday. And I really, as much as I like to name drop, sometimes I'm not name dropping. This is just where I met him. And the funny thing about it is his bass player from Vanilla Fudge and I go back to that bar where I started taking pictures of musicians and in New Jersey, in Lodi.
Wow.
So there's a couple of other ties besides famous people that but it's this picture that's behind me was just one of those pictures that it came out nice and sharp, and here I am. I turned it into like a almost like a Japanese kind of watercolor effect. And
I thought it might have been a pelican, but I wasn't 100% sure. But also, I know you take pictures of flowers, and for a second, it almost looked like an abstract version of an orchid.
Yeah.
With the wings.
Yeah.
Would be the petals. Wow. When you go to shoot something, let's say you go to a park, I'm going to take some pictures of flowers, whatever it is. Do you always leave from a session, if you want to call it a session, with something that's going to stick, something that is truly usable? Does it happen all the time? Or it's like, sometimes you bang off 100 pics and it's like, not feeling it. I'm not seeing it. And that's okay too.
Yeah. There's days when I will go to the park, shoot some pictures, and nothing's happening. And it's just a matter of it's not there. It's just not there. And then sometimes I'll see something and it'll pique my interest. And then when I get it onto the computer, it just doesn't go.
Is it a feeling that you get, when you know? Like you just see it like, oh, yep, there it is. That's the one. Or are there, does it more of a process or sometimes where I think it's going to work. Let me put it in post-production, mess around with the colors, and then you got it. Or you got it before you even go there.
Sometimes when I see it, I know that I got it, and then there's other times I have to work at it.
Okay.
And then even after working at it, it's like, nah, this ain't working. But it's a drive. It is such a passion at this point. I come home from school, I'll sit down for an hour and a half, and I'll edit some pictures, make dinner, tops an hour, and then go back to editing pictures for another 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours. And I'll come up with some really interesting things. Let me see. I want to see how I can share. I want to share with you a picture
Sure.
I did um, talking about the iguanas. There we go. I just uploaded it in chat. Uh, this was a week ago after that big freeze. And this was at the same park that that picture behind me is. That's an alligator having a snack.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well, trying to determine what the snack is, but I see the snack has claws.
Well, that was an iguana,
It was.
and he was laying on a branch that was low. The alligator got him, and it was happening all day long. I was talking to people that were there earlier in the day, and they said, "Yeah, this is prime time for the alligators because it's less work. The food is right there. The snack is right there." So,
Judging by what a picture. Judging by the size of the head of the alligator, that was a pretty damn big iguana.
yeah, he was a full-grown adult. He may have been from tip of his nose to tail about 4 feet, 5 foot.
Woof! Wow.
Yeah, but the alligator was about an 8 footer. He wasn't horrendously big, but he was big enough to eat the iguana. I mean, he didn't have to work too hard. But
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff that I show in my classroom too. I mean, because I talk about food chain and biology, and uh, we have to teach a certain amount of stuff down here in Florida about Florida. So it was like, hey, you can't get any more Florida than
Oh my gosh! Like I
yeah.
got to tell you, I wasn't expecting that image. I wasn't. I want to make sure that we set aside time because I see the clock here to talk about what you got going on in terms of selling some of your photo art.
Well, that has been. I'm now offering pictures in different sizes. When I first started, I was primarily doing one size per picture, and now I've gotten requests from different people. Well, if you had it in such and such a size, I could use it in my home. So I'm now uh, posting them in three different sizes: a 16 by 24, um, a 30 by 40, and a 24 by 36. So it hits different price points, and it hits, and the usability for people to decorate their homes. So there's plenty of stuff. And I just uploaded another picture. I've changed my palette. I was more of the deeper, stronger colors, and with this picture and the one
Ooh.
that's behind, like I said, the one that's behind me. I don't know whether you can see that one that
Yep.
I just okay, because it's not showing that it's a
No, I got
picture.
you. It
Okay,
is
the
looks
leaves.
the leaves right with again the kind of watercolor Japanese watercolor vibe to it.
Yeah. So it's just something where I've been playing. I even I'll send you one more because
And you know what?
this.
The words come to mind when I look at that image of the what you have in your background, and also these leaves. It's so colorful, bold yet delicate. You know, the colors is striking and bold, but there's a delicacy there going on in terms of
Yeah.
the detail, and it's not just bam color. It's very carefully curated when the color shows up.
Uh, yeah, let me just see. I've got no. Where is this Miami? Okay, Biscayne Bay Dolphins. Ah, here we go. And just so you know that I'm not entirely crazy, that I do take regular pictures and not just animals and plants. There is something. This was a block away from where I was staying in Miami, right on Biscayne Bay. Um, And I took this picture before I actually went to the art show in Miami, and
Wow.
that was just some of the high rises. So it's the changed palette. It's a little bit softer. It might blend in with some other people's work or decor, and we'll see where it takes us.
Nice. And yes, I find it interesting that if we were looking at the actual image before you did any artistic license to it, it would be a fine picture. Composition is nice. It leads your eye in there and it's all good. I have to believe that it's even better, if not much better, with the color, because even looking at the sky, those clouds, you could have left them all white. They probably, different shades here and there, but predominantly white. You've washed in color.
I just uploaded the unedited. I sharpened it maybe a little bit, but the picture I just uploaded was the actual photo. And I see things and I just want to turn them into art. It's just there.
And again, it's a nice picture. The architectural type vibe to it, but when you colorize it and turn it into art, especially for me, what's working for me very much so is the clouds. Now the clouds are white and light gray, as clouds are, but you've got them in different shades, and I actually get that warm Miami sun, maybe approaching sunset kind of vibe to it. But beautiful.
Yeah. When I'm down in Miami, I think back to my early 30s and Miami Vice, the television program.
I wore the pastels too.
Okay. So, it's that's what comes to mind, because I hear that theme in the back of my head sometimes when I go down there. I also was there during the Wall Fest, the art wall mural art, and I'm going to just send you this last one here. That this was one of the murals that I saw, and I said, "We gotta," not that it wasn't good, but I put my own little finishing touch on it. Now, I'm not going to sell this because it's somebody else's artwork, but I put my own touch to it.
Yeah. Wow. Certainly the pop of color going on there too.
Yeah.
Wow.
When stuff is outside, it gets bleached from the sun. So,
I
put a little bit color back.
So we're out of time. What's the best way to find you? And I know that you have some tax incentive when it comes to your art.
Limited editions by Alan. There is a 10% off sale going on right now on any of the pictures. Tax investment is, and it's at the top of the front page on my website. So if you just go there, copy the code, and then plug it in when you check out, and you can just take it from there.
Beautiful. Love what you do. I'm loving it even more since the last time we got together. I don't know how that's possible, but even it's almost as if you're walking an artistic journey yourself and you're discovering things. Maybe this time it's kind of laid back, kind of pastel watercolor type vibe to things.
Right.
It's nice, different. It's an evolution. Very cool.
Yeah. And, I have 5 more podcasts with you between now and the beginning of March or the middle of March. So we'll
Beautiful.
be seeing more, and we can talk and discover what else is going on.
And what popped in my mind just now is maybe at some point we could share tips for others when it comes to taking pictures, composition, exposure, and things like that. Just maybe a quick couple of tips for the rest of us.
Yeah. Don't let anybody. Well, here's one tip: don't let anybody tell you what is good and what is not. unless it's really horribly out of focus or dark.
Yeah. And you know what? I got to believe too, if you mess with it on the artistic side, you can turn that into art as well, depending on
Right.
what the image is. Limited editions with an S, limited
By
editions by Alan.com. Great having you on here, Alan. And
Nice talking with you. Nice seeing you again.
stay away from the Gators and we'll talk soon, okay?
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.